Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Hammered Sports Productions. I am here with Monty, another player from the Connecticut Falcons, who has agreed to do an interview with me. Thank you again, Monty, for doing this. So now we can get into the questions I talked about. So without further ado, just take it away.
Got you. So, again, name's Monty. Last name is Tyson. I've been playing football since I was probably about 16. So, about maybe like 14 years now. I played in Connecticut my younger years with my coach. His name was Booker McJunkin. He was actually from New York. I actually went to like a combine for arena football, and I got drafted to one of his teams. He ended up being like the first coach to do like a New York arena team. And so I played with him for 1 year on that team, and then he ended up moving to New Haven. So that's how I got to start playing football in New Haven. I played with him for a couple seasons. Seasons didn't go how we planned to go, but I definitely built a lot of friendships and stuff like that in Connecticut. My current coach now, Ivan, who's the head coach and owner of the CT Falcons, he talked to me. He talked to a couple of other guys that I also play with. He got us to come over there. And ever since I've been over there, man, it's been amazing. Like, he's a great organization. I like the things that he does, not just for the team, but for the players as well. He gets us involved. He lets us know that it's not just, his team, him running the shots. He lets us have our input and stuff like that. He wants us to get feedback, but he also wants us to give 110% as well. So it's been a great pleasure. I also now currently also play for United States international football team. So we travel, the world and stuff like that. I actually have a game coming up in Costa Rica in February. So yeah, I'm going to be playing in that, as well as, the team also just got the invite to play in the Olympics. So it's going to be like a football Olympics. So it's going to be teams from all over the world and stuff like that. And, so that's going to be in 2025. So, that's just great opportunities that came about with playing with CT Falcons. Again, it's a great pleasure to play for him. He's a great coach. We won the championship last year. We went undefeated. We went to nationals. It didn't go how we wanted to, but this year we're definitely going to, rectify that.
Going back a little bit, so you played in arena. Was by chance the team the Albany Empire?
I was young. I'm not going to lie. I really didn't know anything about arena. One of my friends just told me to go try out. I said, fuck it. I went, tried out. I actually went to go try out for the Philadelphia Soul. So I went to go try out for the Philadelphia Soul, and I actually was doing really good. But the coach and the owner of the Philadelphia Soul, he came up to me, privately. He told me they liked me, but they actually wasn't looking for a receiver at the time. They was really just looking for a linebacker and a kicker. So I was like, man, I wish, they would have, told me that in advance. But, the experience was great. And, I still got a lot out of that, experience.
Team that you did play for, did you get paid?
No. Yeah, it was just like an arena team. But yeah, it was like no contract, no getting paid or anything.
So since then, how long have you been playing semi-pro?
So I've been playing ever since. I've been playing with the Falcons since I would say 2020. But I also play in Brooklyn. I play for the Brooklyn Pharaoh. We have about 6 championships and a national championship under our belt. Yeah, so I've been playing ever since. Well, like I said, I've been playing football for about maybe 14 years, but mostly been in Connecticut.
I actually do know about the Pharaohs. I think I've spoken to I spoke to one of the New York teams, and I saw their Twitter page as well. The Pharaohs. I hope they're still in business.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I play with them because the Connecticut Falcons are a spring team, and the Brooklyn Pharaohs they play in the summer/fall. So like I'll play with the Connecticut Falcons, and then I'll go play with Brooklyn Pharaohs.
With the Pharaohs, do they also like cost wise? Do they cost like $200 for a season?
Yeah.
And same thing, like they'll provide helmets, and you'll probably just bring your own shoulder pads and all the other equipment.
Yeah.
All right, so at least there's consistency in that. I think Khalil brought this up, and I didn't realize that. I think to ask him this, he mentioned something about a championship. So you guys won the championship last year for your league?
Yeah.
And you went undefeated.
Yep.
What was that kind of an experience like to go undefeated?
It was a amazing feeling, especially for the program. I felt like, again, like I played in Connecticut for some years, and the success wasn't what we wanted it to be. So to just have some of the same, people that I've played with throughout the years, for us to all get that championship together was a great feeling for Connecticut as well. As long as to go along with myself, but it was just a great feeling because we felt like Ivan deserved that championship, and not a lot of people gave him his credit or his flowers. So that was just an amazing feeling, and it was also great for me because I'm from New York. So, just to travel, all around to, Massachusetts and just different parts of, just different places I've never been. It was a great experience.
Who did you guys beat, and what was the final score of the championship?
Final score of the championship game, I believe, was 8-0. But that game was terrible. The weather was terrible. Like it was like a monsoon outside. And the team that we played was the New York Patriots.
New York Patriots. I don't think I've heard of them yet. But damn, 8-0.
Mm-hmm. But the rest of the teams that we've beat in the league, we've averaged about maybe 35, 40 points. Yeah. And we've given up, I think we've only given up a touchdown to one team, and that's the team that we played in the championship.
Well, you sure as hell got that touchdown back.
Yeah.
And then some. Jeez.
Yeah.
I've played in some monsoons, but man, I can just picture it, just it pouring down. It's like you can't even throw the ball, you can't hold on to the ball.
But what's crazy, because our touchdown that we got, quarterback actually threw a deep post for a touchdown in the first quarter, but it wasn't coming down as bad then. It was still raining pretty good, but it wasn't as bad. And I was actually surprised that the receiver caught it, because he caught it with all fingertips in the back of the end zone.
Damn.
Yeah.
And thank God he caught it, it sounds like, because then after that,
right.
Hell.
It would have probably been overtime, right?
What's yours and the team's kind of expectations going into the next season? Now that it's getting like close to start up for a lot of spring teams,
mm-hmm.
like, do we still have the same cast of characters, mostly same coaching staff, and like getting ready to go there and repeat and get it done?
So for the most part, the core people are still there. We do have a lot of new faces this year coming in, as well as a lot of old faces kind of, either retired or left, because a lot of players were actually waiting to win a championship. Oh, hold on.
All right, take a sec.
Yeah, a lot of players is motion censored. A lot of players were actually waiting to win a championship to retire. So we did have to fill those spots, unfortunately. But the expectation is the same as it's always been. Just beat everybody. We just go week by week. We're actually getting ready for a big game, a nationally ranked game that's coming up. The team that we're going against, they're ranked like number 4 in the country. The Tri-County Stallions. And yeah, they play in. I think the league they play in is.
I know that name. I swear. Is it the ECFL?
No, it's some. I really can't remember the name. Because I was actually just watching film, but I forgot what league they're in. But
Gridiron. Gridiron.
It could be Gridiron. It could be Gridiron. It sounds familiar, but they won their championship last year as well. They had a really good record. I think they only lost 1 game. So this is going to be a big game. We play them March 2nd.
And so is that going to be like at a neutral site or?
Well, they're coming to us.
Okay, so they're coming to you, and I'm assuming it's going to be a dogfight.
Yeah. Yeah. Because again, it's going to be our first game with a lot of new faces. For the most part, our defense is pretty much the same. So, that's one thing we're definitely we're definitely not really going to have any issues in that. But we do have a new offensive coordinator as well. He also left. So it's just overall, it's going to be a great test to see what can possibly come from us this season. And we typically know, like, that first game, we always make sure it's a really big game just to see where we're at right now with who we have. So, if we have great success in the first game, playing with people that, are new faces, then we know going into the season, and as the season goes along, we're going to be great.
Well, I wish you guys the best with that. I hope, because new faces, you don't know 100% what someone's going to do because you got to build that chemistry. And chemistry is built through playing.
Right.
It's not something you can just boom, even though in some cases, we've seen that, but it's a rarity. How does that all work? Because I've never heard of football Olympics and stuff like that.
Right.
Can you go a little bit more into detail with that?
Right. This is actually new to me as well, because again, I'm pretty new to the team as well. I got selected to play with them maybe the beginning of this year. I got selected to play with them, but the game that we play is in Costa Rica next week. So the team is considered a pro team. It's not considered a semi-pro team, but it's considered an actual pro team. And they have affiliations, with the NFL. The NFL backs the league as well. I would have to really do more research on the football Olympics, but apparently this is like the first ever. So,
And do you
but
know?
it's like so that is going to be held in Greece.
That was giving me my next question.
Yeah, it's going to be held in Greece in 2025, and yeah, it's going to be teams from all over the country. It's going to be teams from like Argentina, China, Costa Rica, just teams from like all over.
Do you know like how they're gonna do bracket stuff and stuff?
That I don't even know. Yeah, they sent us the invite maybe like a week ago, and my coach sent it to all the players to ask if we would want to be in it, and all the players were like, "Hell yeah!" Like, we represent USA. Why wouldn't we want to be in it? So, I really don't know how the brackets will look, but I'm sure as this year progresses, we'll have all the details of that.
Well, I'll definitely be looking on my calendar for that and stuff because I would love to watch us go against other countries because it would be a little bit funny to see how they interpret football.
Right.
Because they don't like it when we call it football. They say, "Oh, that's just not football," and there's the whole debate and everything. That's a whole other business. I meant to ask you this earlier, and I think you already mentioned it. So you play wide receiver?
No, I actually changed to corner. I play cornerback now.
And that's what you've been playing your whole semi-pro career, or that's more or less recently?
I switched my position, so I've been playing receiver since I was 16, but I switched in 2018. I switched to cornerback. So since 2018, I've been playing. Since 2018, I've been playing cornerback. Yeah.
And what was that transition like for you?
It was different because I'm used to all my movements and stuff being forward. So now to transition to backpedaling, at first it was a little difficult because I initially have that first false step, which would be forward and then backward. So of course a lot of training and stuff like that. But I had a lot of great coaches and stuff like that actually helped me with that and stuff like that.
And like, how have you been like Revis Island over there, like kicking people's butts?
Yeah, I've been locking up. Yeah.
And you can see yourself staying on the defensive side, or do you think you'll ever maybe go back to like the offensive side?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I always get that that urge to want to play receiver again. Coach actually asked me for the USA team, if I would want to, play receiver as well, because surprisingly, we really don't have that many receivers. We have tons of DBs. But, right now I do start cornerback with them. But, he was like, in case you wanted to play both, but, of course, that would mean I would have to do double the training and stuff like that. Double the work, but we'll see. I told him we'll see. Like, I'm open to it, but I really want to just focus on my defensive craft because there's always new things to learn every day.
What was your football career like during high school?
High school, well, I mean, I didn't play for my high school. No, I actually didn't play for my high school. My high school, I actually had a football gym in high school, and it was with all the football players. And coach saw me, just, whooping the football players' butts out there. He was like, he wants me to, join the team. But he said he wanted me to at that time, I wasn't, I didn't weigh as much as I do now. So, I was very like, slim and stuff like that. But I was always tall. But he was like, he wanted me to get in the gym. At that time, I really was like, I'm not really trying to go in the gym. So that was like one of those things where it was like, you can get in the gym and join the team, or, not get in the gym and not join the team. So I decided not to join the team. So, I ended up playing for like a team outside of the school and stuff like that. And I mean, that was cool, but I feel like now looking back, hindsight, I feel like, I should have actually played for my school, because my school was actually a really good team. Like, they made it to the championship every year. My freshman and sophomore year, they won back-to-back championships. And then my junior year, they lost in the championship. So, looking back at it, I actually should have joined, because most of my friends were on the football team.
So what kind of the team was it that you played during like the high school, like outside? Was it like some Pop Warner kind of thing, where it's like
Yeah, it was kind of like a junior pro kind of thing. Like, the league right under semi-pro. Uh, it went up to it was like 15 to 18, like 15 to 18.
And were you guys any good?
Now we were good. We were good, yeah.
Did you guys do any playoffs, or was there just like play a season and that's it?
But we played like I played with them since I was 15 up until I was 18. Probably made it to the championship every year, but we just couldn't pull it off. Like the first time we went to the chip, we lost. Uh, the running back was actually about to run into the end zone and fumbled on the goal line.
Oh my God! So
Yeah,
an Ernest Biner kind of thing.
right. It was, man, that was the year we were supposed to win, and I feel like after that we just, I don't know. After that, it was just, bad seasons after bad seasons. So it was like, again, it was one of those regrets where it was like I should have definitely, played for my school.
Well, I mean, you're making up for that now with playing for the Falcons. So, and you've already got your championship back. So, it, at least it does it at least dull the sting a little bit.
Uh Maybe, because again, like I do get to travel the world a lot, different places, play football. With and I consider them my brothers now, because I know them for so many years. So, if they ask me like, hey, you trying to come out to Connecticut to hang out, like, I'm all for that. Like, I'll go out there, hang out, because like I said, I'm from New York. So, I'll go out there and, hang out with them for, the night, or stay out there the weekend. Like whenever we have home games in Connecticut, like I'll stay up there for the whole weekend, you know, because I know after our games, we're gonna go somewhere, we're gonna hang out.
Mm.
Because we already have our our own spot that we go to and stuff like that to hang out and stuff like that.
Do you feel that there is a stigma around semi-pro, that people view it in a negative light, and that's not really the case?
Um, Honestly, I feel like people's opinion on semi-pro is based on their experiences. So I can't really speak for everyone, but just based off what I see a lot of people that play for, bad teams that lose all the time. And it makes them not want to take semi-pro serious. It makes them not want to take, semi-pro serious. And, when people choose not to take semi-pro serious, or choose to take anything serious, they're going to eventually start, resenting it and having a negative view on it and stuff like that. Because I hear, a lot of people that currently play semi-pro now that, make jokes around, oh, y'all going hard for semi-pro, but, y'all not, this is not the NFL and stuff like that, or this is not this not that. But it's like, it's based off your experiences. If you don't put yourself in a good situation, then you're going to continue to have a bad experience. That's why I choose to, take that leap and go play elsewhere. I don't like there's tons of teams in New York that I could just stay here and just, play for. But I like more than just going to a team that's just like, oh, let's come together and play football. Like, what else are we doing? We don't have no team outings. We don't have no team merchandise, nothing to, represent ourselves when we're outside of this, football field, nothing to show nobody else that we do, no recreational things. Like, we're not winning, like, like it's just nothing to really, like have appreciation for it for, so it's just like, at the end of the day, it just makes people just not really take the game serious. Like, a lot of dudes are not even working out. That's is like, again, it's just based on their experience. That's just how it is. They see people half-ass, they're gonna half-ass. But if you go to a team that's solidified, everybody's working out, everybody's holding each other accountable. You're gonna start to love the game, and you're gonna start to, have appreciation for it. And then you're like, oh shoot, we won the championship, so now we get to go to nationals. We get to go to either Florida or Atlanta. A lot of people never leave their hometown. So when people get that chance to travel and go other places to play football, that's a great experience.
That's probably been so far the best answer I've gotten. Wow. That's all I gotta say. That is a very mature and well-said statement. That's the best way I can put that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Monty, again for doing this interview. And
Thank you,
you're welcome. And again, for ladies and gentlemen, I'll leave the Falcons link in my description. So if anyone's interested in playing, just look at the link, sign up, and just get to talking. So hope you ladies and gentlemen enjoyed. See you next time.
Later, man.